live, folks.
The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. Your host is here for the show tonight to interview our special guest. Show highlight. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. Football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, boxing, tennis, golf, and racing. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. Tune in for all the news and scores, reporting on the games and so much more. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show.
The list goes on and on. Let's give you a little snippet of who's here. CC Sabathia, Harold Baines, Raleigh Fingers, Ken Griffey Jr., Fergie Jenkins, Jim Cott, Red McGregor,
The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. Your host is here for the show tonight to interview our special guest. Show highlight. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. Football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, boxing, tennis, golf, and racing. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. Tune in for all the news and scores, reporting on the games and so much more. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show.
Red brick. You can make all these delicious items right here and more. So definitely to your heart contention. Make sure you get that sauce, and that sauce can be found right there in person at 301 South 22nd Street.
The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. Your host is here for the show tonight to interview our special guest. Show highlight. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. Football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, boxing, tennis, golf, and racing. The Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alan Alford.
Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce song.
Comes in four varieties. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, a natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. A classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
And the reason why I'm on the road is because, again, I'm covering the East and West.
Comes in four varieties. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, a natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Rush through, get a lot of content that I will share. Not everything with you guys, but I will share some of the really cool things. The reason I want to share everything is because I want you guys to come to Cooperstown yourself. It is well worth the trip, well worth the vacation. You should come out and visit. It is an outstanding place. Very
comes in four varieties. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, a natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
You need to have 75% of the votes to make it. They sent me a bunch of stats. There were some players that if you don't have at least, I don't have the exact fact. Let me try to grab that here. Because I want to kind of quote that here to you. It's very important.
Comes in four varieties. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, a natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. A classic taste for chicken steak tip. Heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Those players really even get consideration going forward if they don't have at least 5% of the vote. And in order for you to get elected, you have to have 75% of the vote. Look at a guy like Torrey.
Comes in four varieties. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
He had 17.7%. He had 75%. If you gave him 50% of the vote, he would still fall short. That just shows you how difficult it is. To me, it is the most difficult.
Comes in four varieties. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Pretty much just either new coach and new friends or new coach and maybe one other person. And that's it. It's very, very exclusive. This past Wednesday, the person that usually was there couldn't attend. And that's the thing. It's like an exclusive interview. It's awesome. And for
Comes in four varieties. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. A natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Alternate Football Network for having me come on. And if NFL Insider podcast, also known as that, for having me as a guest this week. It was awesome to be on the show to talk about all things UFL. We talked about, games, the Arlington Renegades.
Comes in full variety, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, a natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Just getting started today. I went there today again to just kind of get ahead of the curve because I felt like going to the Hall of Fame is awesome, but that would be Saturday. Saturday is the big day with the game, the baseball. I felt like if I went,
comes in full variety. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
It would have been tough to do the games because there's so many people around. It's kind of plus COVID. And to be real with you, even if I put my camera on a tripod, I felt kind of like somebody might actually bump into it because it was kind of close to each other. And I just said, you know what, just not the environment.
Comes in full variety. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
And if you guys are not in the song here, and I'm not sure, I'm bringing kind of like a little bit divided stuff. It's not like the home-based stuff. So you get to see me, you get to call in, you have comments. The blog talk wasn't working, but we are
Comes in full variety, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, natural flavor, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs, tasty fusion on pork and sausage, classic taste for chicken steak tips, a hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Again, it's 346-527-7564. And in fact, that's the cool.
Comes in full variety, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, a natural flavor, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs, tasty fusion on pork and sausage, a classic taste for chicken steak tips, a hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Definitely want to thank CTC ME Mortgage for being a wonderful sponsor. They are awesome. And again,
comes in full variety, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, a natural flavor, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs, tasty fusion on pork and sausage, classic taste for chicken steak tips, a hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
I'm going to say this much about that, okay? I'm going to give a disclaimer right off the bat that this is real talk and it's not really there to put anybody down and diss someone. It's just stating.
Comes in full variety, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, a natural flavor, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs, tasty fusion on pork and sausage, classic taste for It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
So the competition brings it back. These are the things I think looking forward that I think really hurt the Arlington Renegades. And this is my opinion from somebody who's watched all of their games, been at some of them. If I wasn't
Counting for variety, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. A natural flavor, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. A classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Kind of clear their head like a champ. What happened? They would got punched in the face. They would come back strong. They let that play kind of marinate in their head, and then the
Counting for variety, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. A natural flavor, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
They were eliminated 2 weeks ago. So they've been out of playoff contention 2 weeks ago. They're 1-8. I'm sorry, 1-7. I beg your pardon. 1-7. That's 8 games.
Counting for variety, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. A natural flavor, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
They didn't get their rings a week. They were done. team is because of the fact that Donald Payne mentioned it. I didn't even ask him about it, but he had mentioned it. And
Comes in for variety, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, a natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs, tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Pretty much one-dimensional. If you're a one-dimensional team, if you're passing well, you're going to have a hard time close, but no cigar. Plus, you're always giving a team the opportunity to come back and beat you because you're not able to have those long runs, take off a lot of time off the clock. So
comes in for variety, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, a natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs, tasty fusion on pork and sausage, classic taste for chicken steak tips, a hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
I think I called him. I said that I think Usyk was going to win a very close fight. I felt that the Spurs was going to win a very, very close fight and get maybe a home time type decision because he is a champ. But I did also say that
comes in for variety, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, a natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs, tasty fusion on pork and sausage, classic taste for chicken steak tips, a hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
that close a fight, but I did feel as if Usyk had moments, and I felt that Usyk was deserving and won that fight. He is the champ, and I'm glad he got it. So to me, Usyk is deserving. He did get the championship. I do think Fury should.
Comes in for variety, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, a natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs, tasty fusion chicken steak tips, a hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Like, okay, you're not looking in the eye because you're maybe not confident. You have, there's something missing. You think that he might lose. You think that you might lose because why would you not look him in the eye? I mean, come on now. To me, I didn't look at that as disrespect.
Comes in four varieties. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. A natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. A classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Destination weddings, group events, group weddings, group plans, concierge service, pushpin adventures. Just relax, sit back and relax, enjoy your life. Let Pushpin Adventures do the hard work for you. There's so much that Pushpin Adventures can do to help you.
Comes in four varieties. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Unfortunately,
Comes in four varieties. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Game tomorrow, right after the game. What's going to happen? Home run derby. Play with a dinner where you get a chance to get stuff signed. Not only that, tomorrow you can go to the baseball.
Comes in full variety. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. A natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Yeah, my next day got eliminated, so you know they're out. They fortunately did lose, and they got eliminated by the Pacers.
Comes in full variety. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. A natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
0 in the series. It's 1-1. Period 3. 2 minutes, 20 seconds ago. It's tied 1-1. Getting up-to-date scores there. Okay, we can't hear you. The Sam's BBQ. Okay, thank you. Man, I knew something was up.
Comes in full variety. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Oh boy. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. I apologize about that. But yes, so if you just joined the show and you didn't hear, I am right now in Cooperstown. Cooperstown covering the East versus West Baseball Classic. And today they had the first event at the museum. They had like a dinner party. Got a chance to get a lot of pictures. So I am actually taking the show on the road this weekend. There's going to be a lot of great content I'm going to share with you guys. Tomorrow is the big day because tomorrow I talked to quite a few of the players. And since the event was a lot of people in that party, it was, reserved to just the family, some special guests, media. It wasn't open to the public. It was still a lot of people in the Hall of Fame. So I said, you know what, let me just take a lot of pictures of the event, get pictures of some of the players. It really wasn't really kind of like interview, even though there's quite a few people I wanted to interview. I said I'd set it up for tomorrow. Hey, send me an interview for tomorrow because of the fact that it was just too many people. Somebody, if I had my camera set up, someone might actually bump into it and knock it down. I said, you got to just kind of go with the flow and see how things are going. And I felt like it was probably best to just get the interviews tomorrow. So
I got quite a few interviews already lined up tomorrow, and there's a few people I didn't see that I am looking for that I'm going to ask. The goal is to get at least as many as I can get. And I got a number that I'm trying to get to and more, but we will see. That is the reason why you see the background. I was going to do this on the back patio where there's a lake back there, but it was just too dark and it was just too many bugs back there, and you wouldn't have seen me anyway. It was just too dark. And so again, I apologize, and we had to start the show half an hour later than we normally do, but I will make up for it with the content. And yes, that's a real blessing. Another thing is like this, folks. If you want to achieve something in life, you want to go after something in life, keep being consistent and keep going after it, because you just never know when that break is going to happen for you. And that's the case with this. Major League Baseball is not easy to kind of get in, so to speak. Even if you're acclaimed, even if you have accolades, even if you have a resume, they're just tough, and by the grace of God, I was able to get this opportunity, and I'm going to put up the content. It's already something that I've already learned already. This is my second time to Cooperstown. The last time I was here in Cooperstown was about 10, 12 years ago. I don't quote me on that, but it's been a while ago. And that time, I was trying to get autographs. I was not doing a show at all or anything of that nature. In fact, I made it my purpose to go over to where people collect autographs. It was I'll say about 75 on one side and 75 on the other. And I even asked them, how'd you guys fare out? How'd you guys do? And I can't tell a player to go ahead and sign, but there was a player. I said, hey man, you got your fans over here. I didn't say go ahead and sign, but I was like, hey, there's some fans over here waiting, because I used to be on that side of the fence, so I know how it is. So I don't forget where I come from. I went ahead and talked to some of the people that were trying to get autographs. They were not allowed into the event. The event was just media, some family members, the players, some special approved guests that the Hall of Fame let you in. But yeah, it was awesome. So I'm gonna get the ground running tomorrow morning, and I would have wore suit had someone let me know that. So, but it's okay. It's quite all right. You got to just go with the flow. I went to the museum today, and when I went to the museum today, they told me about this event, and I was like, hey, that would have been nice for me to get, be there. But I asked them, could I cover it? And they said, all right, no problem. So it's going to work itself out, because I spoke to some of the players already and lined up the interviews for tomorrow. I say, hey, man, please make sure you save me an interview tomorrow. No problem, got you. So tomorrow's going to be a fantastic day. It's going to be a wonderful day here in Cooperstown, New York. If you're able to come down to Cooperstown, you get to go in for free tomorrow. And just so you know, I took a picture of the price list. When you walk in, adults are $30, so you save $30. But it's really cool, because not only do you get a chance to come to Cooperstown for free tomorrow, because it is a sponsored event because of this Hall of Fame East West Classic. The great thing about that is that the cost is courtesy of the Players Alliance. And for some of the names, just in case you're joining us, Harold Baines, Raleigh Fingers, Ken Griffey Jr., Fergie Jenkins. A lot of these players I've actually already seen at the venue tonight. When I went to the party, Jim Cott, Fred McGriff, Eddie Murray, Jim Rice, Lee Smith, Ozzie Smith, Joe Torre, Dave Winfield. And the list goes on and on. There's more. CC Sabathia and Russell Martin, Melvin Moore, David Price, Edwin Jackson, BJ Upton, Justin Upton, Curtis Granderson, Matt Kemp. I did see Prince Fielder. I did see, who else? Ryan Howard. And it's a long list. Chris Young is the captain of the East team. CC Sabathia is the captain of the West team. So that's going to be a fantastic event. And you got it on video. The lady mispronounced CC Sabathia's last name. I will make sure I get that last name right. But yes, I'm actually I'm actually looking to interview quite a few other people that I did not see at tonight's event that I know is going to be there tomorrow. But we are going to have an outstanding time. And man, blessings to you guys, supporting the show. Thank you for the sponsors, all the fans that call in, and you open up this opportunity for me to cover a Major League Baseball event. This is the first time I'm covering a Major League Baseball event. I've interviewed Major League Baseball players, but I've actually never actually had been approved to cover a Major League Baseball event. That's what this is. And of all things, they let me cover the Cooperstown East and West, which is loaded with a bunch of legends. And that was my takeaway from going to Cooperstown today, is that less than 2% of the players make it to the Hall of Fame. Less than 2%. It said just slightly over 1% make it to the Hall of Fame. So it's in rare class. It makes you think that even if a player you think was borderline, the fact that they got 75% of the vote and they're in, it's still a major, major, major accomplishment when you put into that perspective. Making the Hall of Fame, in my opinion, for a baseball Hall of Fame, it is the most difficult Hall of Fame to make. It is not easy, very selective. And another person I have to give major props to is Hank Henry Aaron, because out of all of the players that are here in the Hall of Fame, you're talking about Babe Ruth, Ken Griffey Jr., Ozzie Smith, Honus Wagner, Ty Cobb. The list goes on and on and on. The one player that I could tell you that had the most shine in the entire Cooperstown Hall of Fame is none other than Hank Aaron. So props to Hank Aaron, because when you walk in, they just added a statue, which I'll show you guys, of Hank Aaron right by the front. So as soon as you walk in, the first Hall of Fame that you're going to see is Hank Aaron. But even if that statue wasn't there, which it is there now, if you turn to the right, there's a big oil painting of Hank Aaron. And then you go to the third floor, it's just like a big all the way down shrine, all the way around of Hank Aaron. He's got more shine than any other player here in the Hall of Fame. And that is, you name it, Ichiro, Derek Jeter, you name it, Hank Aaron's got the biggest spotlight here in the Hall of Fame. And it was encouraging to see that, because of the fact that, man, that's who they consider their heroes, Hank Aaron. And I walked in, and then when you made a right, it showed, not even when you made a right, so you walked into the left, there's 3 statues, and then you read the statue, it says about character. That's how you get in. And as much as I think I would love to see Hank, I would love to see Pete get in. I told you about Barry Bonds. I told you about Roger Clemens. That character thing is going to be tough. Not only that, the fact that they got my man Hank Aaron all over the place. If you put Barry in, then what happens to Hank? I just think that's going to be a hard sell. I really do. As much as I think Barry Bonds is fantastic, I just think what the way that this is designed and the way that they're telling you and saying it without saying it to you directly, you have to have good character. And as soon as you walk in, you could read it yourself. I think it's going to be a hard sell for those guys to get in, because as much as I would forgive them because I'm a Christian, I just think, I don't know about the Hall of Fame forgiving them. That's just what I can only tell you what I observed. If you walked in there, the one player you're going to say, man, he got a lot of shine, is Hank Aaron. You're going to definitely say that. And you walk in, you see that character thing, yeah, you're going to see why some of the players you think should be in with a question mark are not in. But, man, the National League, National Baseball Hall of Fame is just first class. It is just so many great things in there, so many cool things. Now, the cool thing is, I didn't see a lot of Barry Bonds stuff, but I did see some Pete Rose. There was at least some of his things were in there. They did say he has the all-time hits leader. He did have a little, I wouldn't say little, but he did have a display where it did have, some of his memorabilia in there. So it's not like he was totally ignored in the Hall of Fame. He did have a display. He doesn't have a plaque, but he does have some things in there. So did Jose Canseco. So did Alex Rodriguez. They did have, at least they are acknowledged them in this fact that they have at least something there showing to you that they existed and they're not, somebody you wouldn't even know played baseball. So they do at least have that in there. They don't have a plaque, like I said, but at least they do have some memorabilia saying, hey, this is the all-time hits leader, Pete Rose, and he did have a display case. So they did tell the history of the game. They even told the history of the game, with the steroid era. There was a cool little display where they had asked you questions yourself. Where would you do? Would you use PDs? Do you think it should be something that baseball should allow? I will say most of the time, 69, 70% of the time, most of the people who voted said no. I'll just let you see what they said. So I just think that character clause, as soon as you walk in, is just hard for you to ignore. So come out to Cooperstown, make the trip, watch it. It is outstanding. I'm going to put up pictures and a lot of video, but I'm going to be careful not to put up too much because of the fact that I want you guys to come out here to Cooperstown and visit. This is, again, my second time, first time covering Cooperstown, but I did come out here as a fan, getting autographs and enjoying it and watching the museum many, many years ago. So, props to the fans who come out there, props to the people getting those autographs. They're doing their thing. And I apologize again about the technical difficulties with the show tonight, but I was not going to cancel tonight's show. And if I had started later, you guys mean a lot to me. And definitely let me up to date you with the NHL game. It's going to overtime. The Rangers and the Panthers 1-1. Florida Panthers are leading that series 1-0 end of regulation. So it's going to go to overtime. Man, so yeah. So expect a lot of baseball talk. Again, I am so honored and blessed to cover Major League Baseball and to cover this event. And man, I just can't thank you guys enough because, even some of the fans are asking me, hey, man, can you talk to some of the players and tell them to come on? I can't. I'm sorry, guys. As much as I want my autograph seekers to get their thing, I even ask them how they're doing. I cannot tell a player to go there and sign autographs. I can get in trouble for that, and it took me, a long time to get the approval. I can't just squander the opportunity. As much as I got nothing but love for you guys. But I did check up on you. At least one player I did say, hey, you got some fans waiting for you. I didn't say go sign, but I said, hey, you got some fans that waiting for you. And he did go over there and sign some. So, but there are some players I really do want to talk to, genuinely want to talk to them, hear what they're doing. And so, yes, guys, stay locked in, stay tuned in. Again, I apologize for the technical difficulties. I'm going to end the show a little bit sooner than I normally do. I have to make sure I have a good night's sleep, make sure I'm prepared tomorrow because tomorrow's the big day. It is like, today was kind of like, how should I say, a free practice session because I went there today to make things happen. I went there today just to kind of get my credentials and see if they were willing to let me do some of the video content the day before the event. They said everybody's allowed Saturday. I was checking to see if I could do it today so I could at least get a lot of the Hall of Fame stuff kind of knocked out and end up being an all-day event. So no complaints there. But, yes, tomorrow is action time as far as interviews. So I even told some of the players, hey, save me an interview. Tomorrow's the time that I'm going to get a chance to get a lot of interviews tomorrow. And I'm excited about it. I really am. And we're going to have fun times. It's going to be great times. And don't forget to check out those rings the guys got. Props to the Arlington Renegades for getting their rings. Props to them for that. And at least At least the Chef G song is playing. Let's see here. Don't forget to show my guy Sam Scola some love. His songs are available on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you, songwriter Sam Scola Songs and his wife Mary. Really appreciate you. And that's his email, singalongwithsam@gmail.com. And let me see if there's any score updates and the regulations. So that's going to go to overtime. And in the NBA, Dallas Mavericks, it seems like they're going to, well, it's not over yet. It's 109 to 108, 3 seconds on the clock. The Dallas Mavericks just scored. They're up 1-0 in this series. So that game is going to be ending real soon. And I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged with baseball, women's baseball. They had a really nice display of women's baseball here in Cooperstown, which is really awesome. So they did not look past the women. The women definitely had a presence here. The minorities had a presence for sure, especially after this event too. I did take some pictures of that new event they have in there. I wasn't actually able to watch the video because I had to leave here. The video started showing at 8 o'clock, and that was just too late for me to go ahead and watch the video and then come back and start the show. But the good news is tomorrow, the museum will let you in for free. 9 o'clock a.m., the Souls of the Game, Voices of Black Baseball will be open for you to view it. And I'm going to try to make sure I view that thing too before I cut out of there. This is awesome, man. This is really, really awesome. So, yes, guys, tomorrow is a big day. I'm going to go out here and make sure I do this thing. Again, thank you for fighting through, making it through with me, with me doing the show on the go. This was the best location to do it. It was right here in the room. Unfortunately, outside was too dark, and there was a lot of bugs back there by the lake. I did think about doing it back there because it had a nice background I wanted you guys to see, but it was just too dark. It's not lit. The lake back there, I have to worry about alligators, but you never know what's back there late at night. But anyway, props to Lake House Hotel for hooking me up here and taking great care of me here in Cooperstown. Definitely when I come back out here, I got to stay here again. The Lake House, it's called the Lake House. So let me go ahead and thank our awesome sponsor, Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. Let me actually do this here since it did come through what sound you couldn't hear me. Let me go ahead and put on all of our sponsors again. I apologize about that. So I'll do all the sponsors before we wrap up the show. Make sure, hey guys, you need that new home. You don't have a lot of money. That's okay. CTC ME Mortgage can help you. Kurt McCrae can help you. If you rent a property, no problem. He can help you with that too. You want to refinance, he can assist you with this as well. Himself and his team have a great team, and you want to start building equity, make sure you start with buying a home. CTC ME Mortgage can help you. Kurt McCrae is the guy. Let me put up that number there. Again, it is call Kurt McCrae 346-527-7564. Again, it's 346-527-7564. Or you can visit Kurt McCrae at ctcmemortgage.com. ctcmemortgage.com. Today is a perfect day to start building equity. Really tremendously appreciate all of our sponsors, CTC ME Mortgage. Make sure you guys give them a call. Get that new home. They are available in Texas and in Florida. That is fantastic. So, Texas and Florida, you got no problem right there. I want to also thank Pushpin Adventures. Let me go ahead and put their credentials up. Thank you, Pushpin Adventures, being a show sponsor. Pushpinadventures.com/virgin and pushpinadventures.com/virgin. Definitely 3 things you don't know about me. My bucket list is destination is to the moon. So you don't have that on the inventory yet. Her favorite food is seafood. Point me to the crab broil, please, and thank you. That's awesome. And then last but not least, she majored in dance in high school. Go ham. So make sure you give Monique a call, 626 838 1006. Great thing about Pushpin Adventures, they do destination weddings, group events. There would have been a great opportunity for them to do the travel arrangements for here with Cooperstown with all these celebrities and all these athletes here, because that's a lot of traveling, it's a lot of flights, and a lot to do if you got to plan this yourself. Pushpin Adventures can help you. So there you go, pushpinadventures.com/Virgin. And that is if you want to take advantage of going on this beautiful cruise. Virgin voyages from November 27th to December 1st. No kids, no cooking, Thanksgiving. No kids, no cooking, Thanksgiving is enjoy it. And I believe she does have some things available for December as well. So definitely Pushpin Adventures can help you. Make sure you give Monique a call. She's waiting for that phone call, 626 838 1006. And then we have Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. So delicious and addicting. You may need a support group. Thank you, our great sponsor, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. And, you can get any one of these 4 great flavors: classic, honey mustard, heat wave, and fusion. He also does have some sauce. Not only does he have the sauce, he has the seasoning. You can get the red brick and Florida sand. You can make some of these delicious, definitely entrees you see here. And then you have an option here. That's the brisket right there. Want to thank Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. So delicious and addicting. You may need a support group. And then you could come on down to Tampa at 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. And then you can see him at flbbqsauce.com, flbbqsauce.com. Thank you again, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, for being an outstanding sponsor. Let me play, because I know his song is working. Let me play his song, and then I will go ahead and wrap up the show so we can make sure that you guys get that great content here at Cooperstown. Let me do that for you right now.
Natural flavor, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, Florida gold honey mustard on burgers and ribs, tasty fusion on pork and sausage, a classic taste for chicken steak tips, a hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
All right, guys. And again, I apologize for those technical difficulties. Did want to give you guys a score on the game. The Dallas Mavericks pulled it out. So it's 109 to 108. Dallas Mavericks are up 2-0 in the series. And the other game is going to overtime. That's the Rangers versus the Panthers. They're in overtime, 15 and 7 seconds. Still 1-1 in that game. So it's going to be awesome. And definitely want to thank all of our great sponsors. Again, I know Lou probably tried to call in. Quite a few other people tried to call in. Apologize that the Blog Talk was not working today. I did try it a few times and even moved back the show, and I couldn't get it to work. But we will be back again next Friday. And make sure you guys keep plugged in. Stay tuned in. I appreciate all of you. I will keep you broadcast on everything here in Cooperstown. Have a fantastic weekend. Be blessed. Be well. Take care of yourself. and we're going to go ahead and close the show out with the end of the show song by Sam Scola. Again, all of his songs are available there on YouTube, Spotify, and Instagram and Facebook. Thank you again, songwriter Sam Scola Songs, his wife Mary. And if you want to reach Sam, there he is. Sing along with Sam at gmail.com. Sing along with Sam at gmail.com. Tremendously appreciate all of you. Make sure you be blessed, be well. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Happy Memorial Day weekend to all of you, as well as congratulations to all the grads, people moving on and graduating to the next, whether it be next level, next grade, got your diploma. Congratulations to all of you, because that's a blessing. Not everybody gets to move up to the next grade automatically. So congratulations to all the grads. Memorial Day weekend. Great weekend for barbecue sauce there from Chef G's. But yes, I want to end the show with the Sam Scola song, and hope you guys have a blessed weekend, and take care, be blessed, be well, until we meet again. Let me go ahead and play the end of the show song.
It's the end of the show. Let's thank all the fans before we go. It's the end of the show. The Allen Air Sports Talk Radio Show. Thanking our special guest. Thanking our sponsor.